It's that time again where the snow is gone and there's lots of rocks and dirt left in the garage. I want to clean out the garage and clean the garage floor. And I want to make sure that I sweep all of the rocks onto the street so that when the street sweeper cleaner comes, that all of the rocks get cleared away. The first thing you want to do is to clear out everything from the garage. Whoa, what a mess. But then it gives me the chance to reorganize everything when I put everything back into the garage once it's clean. Just take a closer look at the floor now. That's all of the dirt and gravel and everything that I picked up during the winter, even some leaves left over from fall. So I want to make sure that I sweep out everything before I wash the floor. I purchased this sweeper broom from Canadian Tire. You don't need a fancy broom, you just need a broom so that you can sweep out all of the rocks and dirt that have built up during the winter. Once I've swept out the floor, I then spray it down with water. I also want to wash the floor now. So I just take a container, fill it up with water and some soap. You want to make sure that you use environmentally friendly soap because I am outside and it will go down the drain, so you want to make sure that whatever soap you're using is nice and gentle and not harsh, and that there's not any chemicals in it, and that it's safe to use for outdoor use. So I get the mop. I was doing this by hand for so many years. I was down on my hands and knees scrubbing, and the last few years I finally figured out, no, it's definitely worth it to use a mop. It's so much easier on my body. So I just go over the floor with the soap and water, and then I'll rinse it off. So once I've scrubbed the whole floor, I then rinse it off with the water. Now, when I rinse it, you'll see that it's not going to be perfect. I likely repeat this process 2 or 3 times until I'm happy that most of the stains are gone. Now, my floor was originally epoxied. So 13 years ago, as a housewarming present, it was really, really nice of my dad to come over and epoxy the floor all by himself. He did it all by himself. It looked absolutely amazing. It still looks good. There are some flakes where it's unfortunately flaked off, but that's just due to normal wear and tear over 13 years. But it definitely has made it really easy to clean, and it looks really nice to have had that epoxy on. So thanks so much, Dad. One year I made a huge mistake. Before I took off my winter tires, I washed them, but when I put them back in the bag, they were still a bit wet. And then look at all of this rust that occurred. Absolutely horrible. So make sure that your rims and tires are fully dry before you put them back in the bag. So that's it. It's all done. I ended up going over it 3 times and it looks absolutely amazing compared to what it looked like before. I got so much of the dirt and rocks out of here, and now I can enjoy it for spring and summer. My only other tip would be that you shouldn't spray the water so hard that it bounces up onto the drywall, for you don't want any water damage. And another tip being that you don't want to put anything back in the garage until it's 100% dry, for you don't want any mold or mildew or must or anything. Make sure that the floor is 100% dry before you put anything back. Save money, make good choices, and please be kind.